La LCF est honorée de présenter ce match en territoire traditionnel non cédé de la nation algonquine.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the CFL is honored to host this game on the traditional unceded territories of the Algonquin Nation. Please welcome from the Algonquin of Pikwakanagan First Nation, Chief Kirby Whiteduck.
On behalf of the Algonquins of Pikwakanagan First Nation and the Algonquin Nation, I want to welcome you here today. Today's Grey Cup game being held here in Ottawa, the home of the Red Blacks, in unsurrendered Algonquin territory. I want to welcome out of Toronto, within the traditional territory of the Mississauga people, the Toronto Argonauts. I also want to welcome from out of Calgary, within the traditional territory of the Blackfoot Confederacy, the Calgary Stampeders. I would like to mention that competitive sports has always been a part of First Nations culture. And with that, I wish both teams the best of game today, and we hope you give us a game to remember. Miigwech, merci, thank you.
Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez vous lever, retirer chapeau, tucs et casquettes et préparer votre voix pour l'interprétation de notre hymne national, le Haut-Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem. Led by Nobu and David, choir, 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 will lead us all in a mass singing of O Canada, creating Canada's largest choir to sing our national anthem during our 150th year.
Okay, Canada, we need your help. Whether you're at home, whether you're at a bar, or if you're in this stadium here in Ottawa,
let's hear you.
We want you to be joining us and singing the national anthem and creating the biggest Grey Cup choir ever. Hashtag Grey Cup Choir. All right?
We're going to warm you up, though. And if you're sitting at home, whether you're eating pizza or chicken wings or whatever you're eating, sing along. Take the food out of your mouth and sing this. We're going to split the audience in two. Here you go. Repeat after me.
Repeat after David. We're about to hit the national anthem.
Oh, we are?
All right? I'm going to count you in and we're going to be singing, okay? You guys ready to do this? We need to hear your voices. All right? Come on, Canada, let's do this.
Moving.
You guys ready? We're going to start with a little guitar. I'm going to count you in. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So the Argos won the toss, as you saw. They have deferred to the second half. Liram Haralahu to kick things off. And the 105th Grey Cup for the 10th on TSN is underway with William Longley on the return. and he brings it out beyond the 35-yard line. And Bo Levi Mitchell trying to become the first Calgary Stampeder quarterback in the franchise's history to start and win more than one Grey Cup game.
56, 10, and 2 in the regular season. That's the best winning percentage of any quarterback in CFL history. But 1-1 in Grey Cups. And you're right, Chris, this whole year has been about getting back here and finishing the job.
Late Argo coming onto the field. Cleon Lang was not out there. The Argos were a man short early. Jerome Messam in the backfield as we get set. Blitz by Gabriel, and a pass that is dropped over the middle to the almost always reliable Markway McDaniel.
Take a look at the starting offense for the Calgary Stampeders. Markway McDaniel is a big part of it, and so will Jerome Messam be, especially in these kind of conditions. The running game, very important. In fact, the last 7 Grey Cup champions won the rushing game in the Grey Cup game, and the tackle, Randy Richards and Dan Faderkow. Their job tonight is to contain Victor Butler and Sean Lemon off the edges.
2nd and 10 for the Stamps. Pressure on Mitchell. He's dropped. First sack of the game. Cleon Lang reported late, but he comes up with the first big defensive play.
Calgary Stampeders won both games in the regular season against Toronto. In fact, Bo Levi Mitchell has never lost to the Argos. However, Cleon Lang and Victor Butler weren't in the lineup at that time. They weren't in the lineup due to injury in either of those games. Cleon Lang, the first big play on defense.
And a member of the Red Blacks team that beat Calgary last year in the Grey Cup. So Rob Maver on to kick after an early 2-0 for Calgary. Armonte Edwards is back. He'll take this around the 40 and grab the football. And who's on it? Looks like the Argos get it back. Edwards in there because he's more sure-handed than the other punt returner, Martese Jackson, but the Argos nearly give it away early. And again, the conditions are going to be a continuing factor in this game.
You heard both coaches before the game in their interviews on the sideline mention ball security, but it's not just once you have it in your hands, it's looking up into that snowstorm and trying to find the football.
So Mark Trestman sends out Ricky Ray, trying to become the first quarterback in Canadian Football League history to win it 4 times as a starter. And there is James Wilder Jr. crashing down from his defensive end position. Charleston Hughes to make the tackle.
Take a look at one of the most accomplished quarterbacks in league history in Grey Cup games. 3-1, as you mentioned, Chris, looking for win number 4 in the Grey Cup championship. 8 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and averaging over 300 yards a game in Grey Cups.
2 yards for Wilder, so it is 2nd and 8 from the Argo 44-yard line. 4-man rush. Ray throws. It's knocked down. Intended for Posey, and the all-star on the corner, Ciante Evans, who had a Grey Cup interception last year, in on the breakup.
I mentioned conventional wisdom says it favors the offense because the offense knows where they're going. They can time and make their breaks accordingly, but defense, you have to wait, then react. Now, that doesn't always hold true. We'll see what happens here tonight.
Henry Burris told us that this field holds up very well in these conditions. He'd know after the Eastern Final last year. They held up well for Keenan LaFrance, didn't they? Liram Haralahu to punt it away. Roy Finch is back. Fields that just beyond the 30-yard line, a 35-yard punt. And Finch able to bring it back around the 45-yard line.
Keys of the game for the Calgary Stampeders: make the Argos one-dimensional. That means take away James Wilder Jr. and dominate in the run game on offense, and that means getting Jerome Messam going. Big game in that Western Final between Messam and Roy Finch. And then if you take a look at the Argonauts' keys, Roy Finch prominent there, and maybe, and those were done before the snow started to fall, because maybe who protects the football best wins this one.
14 on the first return. Messam brought down. There's Terrence Plummer, who had that pick 6 in the Eastern Final against Saskatchewan.
Take a look at the Argos starting defense. I mentioned Victor Butler and Cleon Lang, two players that weren't in the lineup for either game against Calgary in the regular season. Their leader is Bear Woods in the middle. He'll be matched up against Messam tonight. And then in the secondary, Cassius Vaughn took a pick 6, 115 yards in the game against Calgary.
2nd and 8. It's delivered to McDaniel, who slipped short of the first down. He'll be a couple of yards short. And an early decision for Dave Dickinson. And again, will they be less likely to gamble with the footing the way it is?
I think so. I mean, this is a big part of the decision now, because all it takes is a slip from a quarterback, even on a quarterback sneak with 1.5 yards to go, and you don't get it and give Toronto automatic field position. So Calgary Stampeders, Dave Dickinson deciding to punt it.
Kadarius Ford tagged him down. McDaniel hurt last year on the first catch he made in the game that went for 51 yards. So Maver again with Monty Edwards back. And he will play that inside his 10. 51-yard boot, but Edwards nearly got away. Able to bring it back near the 20. Rob Cote, one of the Calgary captains, on the tackle. Ricky Ray, his first completion tonight will be his 100th in Grey Cup participation. Argos were slow starters last week. First 7 possessions of the Eastern Final, 5 punts, 2 turnovers, but they ended with that unforgettable touchdown drive. 10 plays, 68 yards. Ricky Ray was 7 for 8 for 67 to help clinch that Eastern Championship game. 1st and 10, passing into the flat, and a catch made by DeVere Posey, who is pushed out by the veteran Brandon Smith.
On that game-winning drive, the big catch on 3rd down was to James Wilder Jr., who's the starting tailback. 700 yards rushing in the last 6 games for James Wilder. Up front, the leader, Sean McEwen. He is the guy who is their nominee for outstanding lineman and calls all the blitz and stunts up front.
Argos number 2 in yards and passing yards this year on offense. 2nd and 5. Short drop over the middle. Catch is made. Singleton the tackle. A stick on S.J. Green, who comes up peaking, but a clutch catch and the initial first down of the game.
S.J. Green is the comeback player of the year. Week 3 of 2016, he blew all his CLs, MCL, ACL, all of them. Came back right away, and he takes a big hit here. Secures the football. Singleton. Solid hit over the middle, but a 15-yard gain for Green.
Number 2 in receiving at 1,462 yards, a 15-yard pickup. And here is Wilder trying to test the interior of that defensive line. And Charleston Hughes and Jameer Thurman converged on him.
They play side by side. Charleston Hughes and Micah Johnson combined for 20 sacks in the regular season. Hughes led the league with 11. There's Singleton. Now, Shaq Richardson did not play in the Western Final, cleared to play tonight. And there is Tommy Campbell, who is one of the DBs named to the CFL Players Association All-Star Team, which is an All-Star team picked by the peers.
That defense only gave up 1 first-quarter touchdown this year. That by the Argos. Ricky Ray on 2nd down hit. And the ball falls incomplete. And it will be 3rd down as S.J. Green continues to talk with the Calgary secondary.
Full blitz there on Ricky Ray. And don't be surprised to see both these defensive coordinators load the line of scrimmage for 2 reasons. Take away the run game, but get after quarterbacks and see if they can make the adjustments on full blitz.
First down got the Argos out of a bit of a hole, and they will punt from their 43-yard line, I believe. Hard to tell the lines here, but it is the 43. Irelahu with the kick, and Finch runs up on that. He'll play it at the 35. The speedy Roy Finch brought down. Great tackle by Webster. Last Argo win against the Stampeders came in July of 2013. Stamps will start at their 35. Roy Finch in the backfield trying to get outside. Flag comes down as he turns the corner. And gets brought down by the safety, Jermaine Gabriel. Finch was a game breaker last week against Edmonton. Of course, a 50-yard touchdown run.
It's coming back for a holding call.
Holding, Calgary, number 59. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
Randy Richards, the left tackle, called on the hold.
Great game by Richards in the Western Final. Watch the hit from Jermaine Gabriel. This is going to happen a lot in conditions like this because those running backs and receivers can't make that extra man miss. They've got to run straight to the corner and try to get what they can. So defensive backs, linebackers can line them up. We've seen Alex Singleton on S.J. Green. Now Gabriel on Roy Finch.
Finch might not be the fastest Stampeder, but definitely the quickest. So first and 20. Underneath it goes. This is Tavares Daniels with it. He's upended just beyond the 30 by Mitchell White.
Really is amazing. 56 wins in 68 starts for Bo Levi Mitchell. And the Argos are a team he has never lost to. 8-0 as a starter against the Toronto Argonauts. Now, that's in regular season play.
Last year's game, 391 yards passing, but the 3 interceptions, which rarely happens. Second and 15, lots of time. Open receiver. And Daniels reached back to make the catch. Terrific catch for Tavares Daniels. And Calgary's got its first down.
Almost 200 yards for Tavares Daniels in 2 regular season games. Calgary played Toronto. This is great protection up front, allowing Bo Levi Mitchell step up in that throwing lane. But what a catch at the other end in these conditions. 25-yard gain for Tavares Daniels.
Rookie of the year last year out of Notre Dame. He had 7 catches for 89 in the Grey Cup game at BMO. So a first down at midfield. Mess him back in, but they'll pitch it back to Daniels on the near side. And into Argo territory, dropped around the 47-yard line.
All about laser focus for Mitchell this week. Said early in the week that last year they were in all the press conferences, taking in all the festivities, maybe a little too much, and didn't take Ottawa as serious as they should have. And this year they weren't going to make that same mistake. If they were going to go down, it wasn't because they weren't prepared. Bo Levi Mitchell was watching a lot of video this week. He's laser focused.
Second and 2, Messam back in. Takes the pitch right side. Here's Messam with a first down run. And then gets tripped up. Down around the 45-yard line.
You know, 2 reasons that I highlighted the tackles for the Calgary Stampeders and Dan Faderkau right here and Randy Richards, not only to protect Bo Levi Mitchell against 2 great defensive ends, but to get out there and lead, and that's a big block on Terrence Plummer to lead the way for Jerome Messam.
Owusu Ansah, the tackle, it is to the 40. And a Calgary first down. Gabriel cheats up to the line. Mitchell, quick hitter. And a catch made there by Brescacin, Jawan Brescacin, a Mississauga area product. 10 different receivers for Calgary last week in the victory against Edmonton. So second and short again for the Stampeders. Mitchell's best game of the year, yardage-wise, passing against Toronto, 384 yards. Oh, the bust here, and he gets cut down for a loss. Kadarius Ford, as Mitchell turned one way, and Jerome Messam was not there.
Only those 2 know who was in the wrong here, but clearly Bo Levi Mitchell opened the wrong way on this handoff that was supposed to go to Messam, and he wasn't there to take it. Kadarius Ford comes up and makes the play.
So it's 3rd and 3. Ford gets credit for a sack. Dave Dickinson electing to lead the offense out. Third and at least 2.5. He'll hand it or fake to Messam. Pass is caught. And it's a big game for Moore. First down. It's a touchdown. Kamar Jordan.
Gutsy play call to get it started. You're thinking run on 3rd and 3, a third down gamble, especially when you got Messam, and they're going to fake it to Messam. That takes the angles away defensively for the Argos, and Kamar Jordan gets outside of Owusu-Ansah, the corner, and scores. And I think he almost started celebrating 5 yards short of the end zone.
33-yard touchdown for Jordan. Touchdowns in each of the last 2 Grey Cup games. And they will go for 2 points. Five for 75 and a touchdown last year against Ottawa for Kamar Jordan. That was Cote in motion as they try to hit for 2. Flipped it, hit the upright, dead ball, and unsuccessful on the 2-point convert.
Akwasi Owusu-Ansah, the corner, is on that touchdown up on Anthony Parker, and he takes the wrong angle. Watch this. He comes up the field. Now, if he comes up the field a little bit more, he turns this play back into the pursuit angles of his teammates. But Kamar Jordan gets outside of him because he's not up the field far enough. He gets the edge and scores the major.
8 plays, 75 yards, a third down gamble, and a Calgary Stampeder touchdown. Had to play catch-up last year throughout the game against the Red Blacks. Fell behind as much as 20 until they closed the gap and nearly capped the comeback. Kadarius Ford on this return in front of Martinez Jackson. And continues to dance finally. Brought down beyond the 30. Let's check into the Calgary sidelines here, Sarah Orlesky.
Well, Chris, with snow like this, that footwear can obviously be a storyline throughout this game. Players I spoke to just before kickoff said that they were going with their regular cleats, but I've already seen players change, and that includes running back Jerome Messam, who has gone to more of a molded spiral cleat in order to be able to get better traction in this snow.
Well, that's interesting because in the final game of the regular season against Winnipeg in snowy conditions, he clearly had the most traction issues and told us afterwards that he didn't change his footwear. So James Wilder Jr. trying to penetrate that interior of the Calgary defensive line, and Charleston Hughes another tackle. Looks like close to 5 for Wilder, setting up 2nd and 5.
2nd and medium to 2nd and short, plays into the hands of Ricky Ray even in these conditions. He loves to check the ball down, and the screen game to James Wilder has been big since Wilder got the starting job back in week 13.
One missed tackle in conditions like this could lead to a big play. So 2nd and 4, there's the screen. They go to Declan Cross. Jameer Thurman says, not on my side. And the McMaster product dropped for a loss and a 2-and-out for Toronto.
12 starts this year for Indiana State's Jameer Thurman, and this is called film study. Recognizing it, doesn't matter if it's Wilder or Declan Cross, who's really the secret weapon for the Argos this year. He sniffs that out and brings him down.
So Hyber-Lahu kicking to Roy Finch, who stands at the Calgary 35. Pressure on, and he did get a piece of it. That ball bouncing downfield. They'll play it to get the 5-yard, no yards, close to midfield. Looked like Milanovic-Leiter got a hand on it.
I think you're right. I could hear that all the way up here, and he's telling everyone that'll listen, he got a piece of it. Take a look.
Simon Fraser product, who has been particularly effective on teams of late with a big play. And after the penalty, Calgary gets the football at the Argo 53. So early momentum, Stampeders. Ness on the pitch to the left side. Hops over the first would-be tackle. It is driven out a couple of yards past the line of scrimmage. Final minute, first quarter. 2nd and 8. Pocket collapsing, but Mitchell stood in there. Pass incomplete, intended for Breskeson.
Nice coverage there by Rico Murray. Rico Murray has been Mr. Versatility for the Toronto Argonauts in their secondary, playing pretty much every position across the board, including a couple of games at linebacker.
And the only defensive player for the Argos who played all 18 games, a guy looking for his first cup, lost back-to-back with Hamilton, including a game against the Stampeders in 2014. So it's Maver. Line drive, the best at getting it inside the 10, and he gets a bounce there to out of bounds, and it looked like that's another inside the 10, a 40, down to the Argo 9-yard line. So the Argos start deep. Second deep possession start for Toronto, and this the final play, barring penalty in the first quarter. Little fake. They were watching Wilder. The pass knocked down. It's Thurman again making another play from his weak side linebacker spot.
Well, he was a DB at Indiana State and has the athleticism to make those kind of plays.
So Calgary defense is stout. A touchdown on a 3rd down gamble. And in the snow through 15 minutes. The Stampeders have a 6-0 lead in the 105th Grey Cup game.
Here's to the everyday things that end up being everything. Here's to all things simple, with casual clothing and footwear from Marks.
Well, we mentioned how similar the conditions seem to be compared to 1996 in Edmonton. That was a wild shootout, or in Hamilton, excuse me. Defense here, much different.
Well, yeah, you know, I mentioned that bad field conditions usually favor the offense because they know where they're going. But now with all of this snow and the snow covering the field, the crews are doing their best every single break to try and clean off at least the lines, the stripes, and the hash marks. It's going to be an interesting game in that regard because on offense, you can't run those double moves. On defense, just get the correct pursuit angle, make that big hit. We could see a defensive struggle top to bottom here.
2nd and 10, and the Stamps really seem to be keying on Wilder. Ready to throw. He's going to go deep here. Downfield, he's got it. DeVere Posey in behind. Tommy Campbell and a foot race down to the 5. Touchdown.
Wow.
100 yards. Ricky Ray to DeVere Posey.
Tommy Campbell's been outstanding all season and just gets caught a little short here trying to play the football. But what a throw by Ricky Ray. The raindrop over the top drops it in the bucket to DeVere Posey. You see Tommy Campbell tried to play the football, cut underneath. Boy, you better get it if you cut under a receiver with the speed of Posey.
7 touchdowns during the regular season. He had one in the Eastern Final, and we'll wait to get officially if that will go down as a 100-yarder. If it is, it's the longest pass play in Grey Cup history. And they are confirming it will go down as a 100-yarder. Stampeders have been telling us this week that Tommy Campbell could not beat on a play like that all year for a touchdown. Argos going for one on Iverlaw, who has missed. So the game remains tied unless Beach brings it back all the way, and he won't.
DeVere Posey earned that one in a couple of ways. First of all, he does not give up on the play. He lines up here in the bump coverage from Tommy Campbell, and he wants to slide around to try and get some leverage on him. Slips and falls down, gets up, stays with it, and then fades away from Tommy Campbell. Campbell tried to play the ball and missed. Inside release by DeVere Posey. Tremendous concentration, looking through the snow and the hands of 25. Pater.
The Ohio State product, who Mark Trestman talked about this weekend, how he has matured throughout the year, become one of the prime targets for the veteran Ricky Ray.
If Ray throws that, Chris, on a line, that ball is knocked down by Tommy Campbell. He put enough air under it to drop it into the hands of Posey.
9th Grey Cup touchdown, tossed by Ricky Ray, and will they get back on even terms just after we suggested it might be a defensive day. We got a 100-yard play. Here's William Longland. And he gets out beyond the 40-yard line.
They are giving DeVere Posey a 100-yard catch, which is a Grey Cup record. Longest catch in Grey Cup history. Tremendous concentration.
Great feature on him in our pregame show. A bubble boy as a child. One of the more engaging guys you'll get a chance to talk to in the Canadian Football League. So let's see how the Stampeders respond. At their 43 to the wide side of the field. And the catch is made over there by Daniels. He gets wrestled down by Mitchell White. Stamps right back into Argo territory.
The timing concern too. It wasn't a problem on this throw from Mitchell. But if a receiver in this snow can't come out of his break cleanly, you saw DeVere Posey slip as he tried to take off the line of scrimmage. That can affect the timing, and it could go the other way quickly.
First down to the Argo 52. The handoff to Messam, who ran through the first tackle and drives down around the 46.
I think Messam took that ball. Almost looked like Bo Levi Mitchell was trying to pull it. Messam saw a hole and said, I'll take that.
Needs to clean his windshield, but the Stamps lining up here to go tempo.
Mitchell, nice smooth handoff in there. Good yards on first down.
Second and 5. 5 receivers out now. Messam releases and McDaniel open. Momentum takes him out of bounds, but he does have a first down. Markway McDaniel, the leading Stampeder receiver during the regular season.
Right now, Toronto going with 4-man pressure and dropping into zone defense, and that pressure is being blocked up well by the Calgary offensive line, and it's allowing Mitchell now to get into this rhythm that he's in. You can see just 4-man pressure coming, and we'll throw it to the outside. Corey Chamberlain want to dial up a couple of blitzes here. Here comes the safety.
2 blitz. Gabriel, Messam goes the other way and gets second level. Another first down. Jerome Messam crashing down inside the 25.
That's exactly what Chamberlain does. He brings some extra pressure, bringing safety Jermaine Gabriel down to the right side of the field. Here, the offensive left, he's coming on the blitz, and what do? They run away from it. Excellent call, and the timing of the call by Dave Dickinson, the Calgary Stampeders. Run away from that safety blitz. The extra man is to the left offensively. 15-yard gain the opposite way.
First down, Stamps at the 25. Here comes Argo Heat again. And he gets it into the hands of Daniels. Tagged down by Mitchell White. But Tavares Daniels targeted for the 5th time of the game, and he has 5 catches and 7 more on that reception.
One of the things that Mitchell does so well is negotiate the pocket. Just those subtle shuffles one way or another, stepping up into the throwing lane. See if he can avoid this pressure, because you're right, the last 2 plays, Chris, Corey Chamberlain sent blitz.
Oh, 2nd and 3 with Messam in behind Mitchell. Fake handoff. Mitchell looking downfield, and he finds Lacote. The fullback has a first down catch.
Boy, lots going on. Misdirection on that play for Calgary. Couple of fakes. Went and looked. Mitchell fake to Messam. Bootlegs out. Even our camera pulled with him a little bit, and Cote, the fullback, slides into the middle. He had Marquay McDaniel as an option, but McDaniel was coming.
View from our condo cam up top. Messam inside, left side, touchdown, Jerome Messam.
Not having a footing problem tonight. After, as Sarah mentioned, he changed his shoes. Quick feet at the point of attack allowed Messam to bounce and get there. Quick feet for a guy that weighs 255. Look at that break.
Touchdown last year in the Cup. And a terrific response by the Stamp. 7 plays and 67 yards for a touchdown. So the second 2-point convert. The first one disrupted by the upright. Mitchell's got an open target, and he's got it. That's Daniels with the catch. He's having a big first half, and the Stamps lead by 8.
That drive, Bo Levi Mitchell and the offense and the play calling dictated what Corey Chamberlain and the Argo defense did. Chamberlain was reacting after the fact. When he picked him apart against the zone, he changed to blitz, and Mitchell beat him that way.
Here's the dangerous Martese Jackson. Brought down just across the 30-yard line. Long lay on the tackle.
Real important drive, though, for Calgary after the score by Devere Posey. Calgary comes up with an answer, and so far in this game, Tavares Daniels has caught 6 for 62 yards. Jerome Messam, they're getting the run game going, and the Messam Express back on track. He's had 6 carries for 37. He finishes the drive with a great move, but catch by Cote over the middle, get him down there, and then watch the bounce cut outside. Real miss.
Well, they got Messam going. Can the Argos get James Wilder Jr. on track? 3 catches for 11. There's S.J. Green unable to haul it in, and Shaq Richardson on the scene to make sure he couldn't reel it back in.
Both teams now going with double tight end sets. That they're bringing in the extra blockers to give their quarterbacks more time. Little play action here to James Wilder, and a shot for S.J. Green moving across the field, and it's slightly behind him.
Goes 2nd and 10. Argos reset. Mark Treston told us that doesn't always mean the play is being changed. 4-man rush. Ray had his arm hooked. Ball came out. Are they going to rule that a fumble?
Micah Johnson got there. Was Ray's arm moving forward is the question.
And the fur flying in behind Ray. Micah Johnson, a force all season long at D tackle with 9 sacks and 16 quarterback pressures, and they're ruling incomplete.
Mr. Football back in Kentucky in his high school days, and comes off that defensive tackle spot one-on-one on Brandon Washington. He gets there and hits the arm of Ray. And they're saying that arm was coming forward just by an inch or two to make it incomplete.
We're going to get a challenge here. I think Dave Dickinson wants another look at that. They're trying to hold back Micah Johnson, and now Mark Trestman is the man who is making the challenge. And
changing the rules. New commissioner Randy Ambrosi, about third into the season, went from the possibility of 3 challenges per coach per game to 1 challenge only.
Boy, I'd be worried about taking another look from an Argo point of view at that play.
Toronto is challenging that there was illegal contact on their receiver, number 10.
Yeah,
we'll review the play.
Mark Trestman trying to challenge something away from the Micah Johnson touch on the arm of Ricky Ray. Jack Richardson definitely made contact after 5 yards.
After review, we have illegal contact, Calgary, number 35. That's a 10-yard penalty to be a first down, Toronto.
Well, a successful challenge for Mark Trestman. Gets the Argo offense back on the field, but that's his last challenge of the night.
Well, let's show you the contact first. There's Armonte Edwards. Now it's going to be Shaq Richardson on the inside. Edwards tries to make a double move, which is risky in these kind of conditions, but there's the contact well past the 5-yard zone.
And the ruling that contact occurred just before the release of the football.
Yeah, just before the throw. That contact happens after the throw. Trestman doesn't win the challenge. But that's it. He has no more challenges rest of the game.
First down at the 44. James Wilder, they're going to toss it back on a play record. But the Stampeders not fooled. And big pressure again by Jameer Thurman, who rushed Ray, and it falls incomplete.
Jameer Thurman's having himself a first half here for the Calgary Stampeders on defense. He's going to loop around and get there. His job is to come on this stunt around the edge, and he gets there after the play fake. Here he comes around the corner. He beats his block and then just hustles to get to Ray, forcing him to throw it out of bounds. He's having himself a first half. It's coordinator Devon Claybrooks dialing up a little stunt up front.
2nd and 10, 4-man rush here, and they're putting on more pressure. And Ray's got to throw back to the sidelines, incomplete. The Argos' 2 lowest offensive games with Ricky Ray, quarterback this year, were both against Calgary, and that defense has been tough for him to solve again here in this first half.
Yeah, and Mark Trestman's challenge really goes for naught. Won't really get anything out of this.
Former Western Mustang, Hairolahu with the boot. Here's Finch. Up over the 40 and brought down around the 44-yard line. Back at TD Place, let's check the mood on the Argo bench with Matthew Shinetti.
Yes, CC, let's start with footwear. Well, the Argos offensive line is telling me they're fine with their adjusted, what they're calling destroyer footwear. They tried it yesterday during walkthrough. But the issue right now is they're trying to deal with that pressure. Early on in the first quarter, offensive line coach Jonathan Heimbach was going through his line, trying to adjust to the pressure that was being really dealt with by James Wilder. Wilder came off after that last series looking for a pick-me-up, spoke to Marcus Ball. But everyone on the offense so far on the Argos sidelines know that they have to adjust to the pressure the defensive line from Calgary is throwing at them. Guys?
Thank you, Matthew. 6 yards for Messam there. In the last 7 Grey Cup games, the team that has won the rushing battle has won the game, and right now it's 43-11 in favor of Calgary.
Making Ricky Ray one-dimensional, one of our keys to the game. Calgary Stampeder.
That 21 of the last 25 Grey Cups have been won by the team with the most rushing yards. Ball at the flat, and Finch is leveled. Big play there by the veteran Rico Murray as Jermaine Gabriel was coming on the blitz.
Yeah, Jermaine Gabriel's come on 3 or 4 blitzes in this first half, and this is Corey Chamberlain, defensive coordinator, deciding to sort of roll the dice with a lot more pressure. Here he comes off the edge, and that forces a quick throw to Bo. It makes him commit to this throw immediately rather than try to pull it down, and that allows Rico Murray to just bear down on Roy Finch, not let him get started.
4th to and out of the first half for Calgary. And Maver kicking to Jackson. Inside the 20, trying to get outside. The first man misses, but he'll be brought down before he can get headed upfield. It's Longley again on a special teams tackle for the Stampeders.
Illegally downfield on a kick. Number 23, Calgary. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, 3rd down.
Success on 1st down by 32 gives Ricky Ray a chance to open up the playbook.
So Maver again with Jackson awaiting to look out. Rob Maver, and he's going to just boot it back through, and that is a safety. Pierre-Luc Caron, the long snapper. Rob Maver wasn't going to take any chances. Give up the 2 and try and limit the damage.
Now this is the right play by Maver. I mean, he doesn't have a big rush. In fact, he probably has time to turn and maybe even try and kick this. You see there's no Toronto Argonauts rushing until they see the ball go over his head late in the process, but Maver doesn't even look back to see that, and he makes the right decision here. Kick it out the back of the end zone and, as you mentioned, limit the damage. But that penalty for an illegal man downfield comes back on Calgary. It's a big penalty.
So the score is 14-8, and the Stampeders will have to kick off now. So the ball would have been on the Argo 17-yard line. Instead, the penalty to Mark Killam special teams forces the redo, and a safety ensues. And that's one of the reasons that both coaches are always stressing the details of the game. A little mistake is costly and perhaps a momentum shifter. So they have to kick off from their 25. Off the foot of Paredes. Martese Jackson across the 40. And met by James Botters at the 45 and brought down on that spot.
James Botters, defensive lineman in the rotation on the cover teams. Good field position for Ricky Ray here.
Has averaged 304 yards in his Grey Cup games. One big play is all he's had so far tonight. First down from the 45. Looked like Wilder slipped as he took the handoff. Not much traction, and Brandon Smith in the backfield to make the tackle and drop Wilder for a loss.
Like Brandon Smith was coming on a blitz anyway. He was there that quickly. But James Wilder just didn't get started here. Coming from this side of your screen, you're going to see 28 flash right now. Beats the block by S.J. Green in the backfield.
Brandon Smith, a 10-year vet at his 5th cup from the same school as Ricky Ray. Also a Sacramento State Hornet. Second and long. Here comes Hughes, and that ball almost intercepted. Thurman had a hand on it, and Charleston Hughes was forcing the hurried throw intended for Armonte Edwards.
Well, honorable mention to the guys up front. Charleston Hughes, Micah Johnson's made a couple plays, but I think the player of the game for Calgary on defense so far has been Jameer Thurman in this one. He's made some plays on the run. Got to the quarterback, almost a pick there, but in the right spot in his coverage drop.
Haralahu's kick readjusting his pitch to bring in the line drive and step out of bounds at the Argo pitch. Just a 37-yard punt, but Jameer Thurman, a rookie, 22 years of age, has been a defensive story first half.
Big play there, and at the end of that throw, just as Ricky Ray was releasing it, did he hit Charleston Hughes with the passing hand? Take a look at this. It's like they just make contact there, and that also caused the problem with the accuracy on the throw from Ray. We'll see if he's okay on that sideline.
Hughes' hit caused the shoulder injury a couple of years ago.
Well, in these conditions, those hurt a lot more.
So at the 40, Foley by Mitchell to the wide side of the field, and a quick close there, tackled by Mitchell White. Another catch for Tavares Daniels.
Jerome Messam does a lot of things for this offense. Watch him step up and allow Mitchell to complete this pass. Pick up the blitz, help out your offensive lineman. That's called a chip. That's blocked by Messam.
Full huddle for the Stamps, 2nd and 6. 7th catch of the first half for Daniels. Fake to Messam. McDaniel a catch, but a terrific close there. Kadarius Ford dropping McDaniels after the one-hand catch. So the Stampeders will have to punt the football away. We've hit the 3-minute warning here in the first half. And a little pressure on young Pierre-Luc Caron after the last long snap. Got out of the way of, out of the reach of Rob Baber.
Had to flush that one. There you go.
Jackson from the 25, a 43-yard punt. Dropped down at the 32-yard line, and that's where James Wilder will try and get on track in this game. 4 carries, 9 yards so far, and he has not been targeted with a pass in this first half.
Yeah, so far the Calgary defense has made Mark Trestman's group one-dimensional, forcing Ricky Ray to throw in 2nd and long situations. But both teams' defense winning so far, but for one play here or there. I mean, 8 of the 13 series between these two teams have been 2-and-outs.
Wilder averaged 135 yards from scrimmage in his 7 starts. They fake the fly sweep to Jackson. Armani Edwards on the hitch, and Jamar Wall there to make a quick stop, and Micah Johnson, the defensive tackle, in the area as well.
This might be a way, though, in the second half that Mark Trestman and Marcus Brady, the offensive coordinator, can go back to Wilder in those little swing passes, almost extended runs. Marcus Brady for the Argos really handles the run game offensively, and will call some of the plays with Mark Trestman. He'll give the plays to Trestman. Trestman makes the final decision. And Mark Trestman is in charge of the passing game.
2nd and 6. Looked like offside. Ray in trouble. It's Jameer Thurman again. Nobody's been more impressive in this first half than the rookie, number 56.
48 games at Indiana State. Jameer Thurman had 340 tackles, and he's just carried that college career into the pros unblocked off the edge. That means that he's not accounted for. In other words, Ray has to pick him up by throwing the ball to a hot receiver. Clearly that receiver was covered.
Iralahu bobbled a bit there by Finch, who runs out of bounds. Up over the 50-yard line. They'll mark it at the 52. 2:01 to go for Calgary to increase their lead here in the first half.
Bo Levi Mitchell all week talking about trying to take advantage of every opportunity possible, something they didn't do last year. And the Ottawa Red Blacks upset the Calgary Stampeders, who were major favorites in that game. I mean, big-time favorites.
Dave Dickinson said he thought Bo Levi Mitchell was spot on last week in the West Final. And Mitchell said The coach called a perfect game, so they were on the same page. Although Bill told us this week, sometimes they do butt heads. Four-man rush, they'll swing it to the far side. There is a drop. Kamar Jordan boots the ball, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
See what that flag is.
And will it be Jordan Ford kicking the football in disgust? We'll see.
Remember that big hit by Rico Murray on Roy Finch in a similar looking play?
After the play, objectional conduct, Calgary, number 88. It's a 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
So they do walk it back 10, and all the real estate valuable on a slippery turf like it is tonight.
Marginal call here in a championship game for that, but
and I think because
it hit Rico Murray, and that forced the official to throw the flag.
2nd and 20. 4 receivers to the far side. A pass underneath, and Bear Woods on Markway McDaniel. Short gain, but even short of the original line of scrimmage. There's another Calgary 2 and out. So not really a lot of traction for the Calgary offense here in the first half. But they do have the lead.
You know, on the big drive after the DeVere Posey long 100-yard touchdown that ended in a touchdown to Jerome Messam was real important for Calgary. But Ricky Ray will have some time here.
Thinking of back to 96 and how many big plays, some big returns in that game in the snow. Maber. 44-yard punt. Martese Jackson slipped and fell and tagged down there by Cote.
Now these kind of conditions sort of take away from the athleticism of the athletes, the speed and athleticism. But I'll tell you what, some great pitchers, Canadiana, and I'm not sure those who are arguing to move the season up by a month are going to have a stronger argument or a weaker one after watching this.
I think that debate will rage on. Ray looked one way, now across the middle, and the catch is made for Armonte Edwards. Just for the record, the windows are open, and since there are no heaters for us,
no heaters,
we're just like everybody else.
Well, we're not in the snow, but we're close. Hey, great job by the city of Ottawa, the Ottawa Red Blacks, the Grey Cup Committee. Outstanding festival all week. Got a one-possession game going in at halftime.
Terrific atmosphere here in the city this week. There's Wilder trying to change direction, and Jagarrett Davis helps shut him down.
Right now, the front seven for Calgary, they're reestablishing the line of scrimmage, and they're not letting James Wilder Jr. get going. I mean, he is in that alignment around 7 yards off the line, but look how quickly the Calgary Stampeders are up the field. That was Jagarrett Davis's turn. Big half by Jameer Thurman. Charleston Hughes with some plays. Can't get traction in a couple of ways, this Argo offense.
Third consecutive 2 and out for the Argo offense. Pitch after that, and he played it right along the sidelines, and that's where it will be marked out at around the 44-yard line. You can say these two teams have a history. For fans of a certain age, this is one of the most unforgettable plays in Grey Cup history. The Leon McQuay fumble that led to a Stampeder victory, the great kick return in '91, and the courageous start by Matt Dunnigan in that game for an Argo win, and then the 100th Grey Cup. The Argos 17 points in the second quarter, and were victorious in that game as a 9-9 team against Calgary.
That was really the debut of Bo Levi Mitchell as a backup to Kevin Glenn for Calgary.
Came in late, was 6 for 9 in the game, threw a touchdown pass. Messon nearly got away. And Mitchell will tell you that just the opportunity to get some reps on the Grey Cup stage were extremely valuable for him. Six for Messam, 2nd and 4. Under a half minute to go. Crosser caught. Fumble football. And the Argos. No, great recovery by Brescison after he had given it up.
Jawan Brescison fights for this ball. I thought it was sitting out there and there were nothing but Argos in pursuit to get there. Wasansu is the one who strips the ball initially, and look at all the Argos, 3, 4, 5.
Man, Wasansu has been injured on the play. There's the forced fumble. He had one of those in the Eastern Final, but the guy who makes the mistakes often the most desperate guy on the field, and Brescison does a tremendous job of getting the football back for Calgary.
You just heard Brescison say he's got to take the sleeves off. All these players will try to make some adjustments at halftime, whether it be footing or footwear, what they're wearing.
Jermaine Gabriel goes out to the wide side corner. Marcus Ball checks in on defense, and there is Jordan with the catch at the 36. So the Stampeders have moved it into field goal range, and they'll try and get one more play in.
Bo's trying to call a timeout. Didn't. Well, he's going to roll it.
Clock ready. Messam the ball carrier. Brought down quickly, so now the field goal unit will come on. Rennie Paredes and company.
Tough kick here. Tough kick because of the footing for the plant foot of Rennie Paredes.
Good on 91.4% of his field goals during the year. 53 of 58.
Right now they're trying to clean out that area where his plant foot was. Rob Cote in there helping him sweep the area.
Andrew Buckley's the holder. From 39 yards out and right down the pump. For Rennie Paredes, 17-8 in favor of the Stampeders at halftime.
Good hustle by Brescison to recover his own fumble. Turns into 3 points for Calgary.
Stampeders, the better team in that first half, seemed to be able to handle the elements, and if not for a 100-yard play by the Argos, it might be a bigger Calgary lead. So here we go, second half, 105th Grey Cup. And it will be Martese Jackson across the 30. And a return close to the 40-yard line before he is tagged down. Charlie Power on the tackle, a record-setting play in the first half.
100-yard throw and catch. It was really all the offense for the Argos in the first half. He really lays it in there to Beer Posey, beats Tommy Campbell off the line, and then the foot race to the end zone. Other than that, just 28 yards passing in the first half for Ricky Ray.
First down, second read. It's caught. Declan Cross, the fullback, who has become such a good weapon for the Argos late in the season with a big play into Calgary territory. That's a 26-yard pickup.
38 touches for the secret weapon, Declan Cross. Holy Trinity High School, and he said Joe Moscato, his head coach there, gave him the opportunity to play offense. And when he got a chance to play offense, boys, he made the best of it. He's their secret weapon in 17.
Touchdowns in the last 3 regular season games. They go double tight end. They play action fake to Wilder. Ray shrugs off the run and throws over the middle, and it's complete down to the 35-yard line. Posey's got the catch and has a pickup of 9.
Bringing in some help up front. Now you take a look at double tight ends. Declan Cross, one of those tight ends, and then now it's just Ricky Ray. There's Cross, and Ricky Ray trying to find a little bit of a throwing lane here. He has to step up in the pocket first, make one miss, and then fits it into a tight window.
Derek Wigan had a shot, but Ricky Ray avoided the rush. Cody Fajardo in with the short yardage team. Man who scored the winning touchdown in the Eastern Final, and Alex Singleton trying to tell you he is short.
Jameer Thurman right in the middle of that one, too.
See if the surge was enough. Looks like we're going to get a measurement. And while they bring in the chains, let's check in with Matthew Shinetti.
DC, I'm hearing from the Argos that it's wholesale changes when it comes to footwear. They all adjusted to a hopefully more adhesive set of footwear, including James Wilder Jr. Guys?
Again, the field looks a little bit clearer. We'll see if there's more traction. I think Alex Singleton thought it was 3rd down. He thought they had to stop.
Yeah, there's
Alex,
no question he did. Yeah,
that was only 2nd down. The excitable one.
Right. Hey, he has fun every play, and that's okay. His enthusiasm is infectious in a good way. I mean, he was excited. He was part of it. He's going, nope, they didn't get it. And then just for a second said, we're going the other way. Nope, that was 2nd down. One more stop.
9 tackles and a fumble recovery last year in the big game. So 3rd and less than a yard. Need to get a good push off here off the left side, and that'll do it. Went behind Tyler Holmes, the left guard. Dan Richard, a former Rough Rider. In fact, Dan, a running back who also played 3 games for the Argos back in the 70s. And Fajardo moves the chains.
Couple first downs start the 2nd half for Ricky Ray.
Only had 3 in the 1st half.
Declan Cross in there again as a tight end.
Coombs in the backfield. Hands off to Wilder, straight ahead, and he's wrestled down by that big defensive tackle, Derek Wigan, product out of St. Mike's in Toronto.
Just hits it hard this time, a little bit harder, no hesitation. Can't really read and react here in those deep handoffs from Ricky Ray with these kind of conditions.
Second and 7. Martese Jackson checks into the offense. And now Ray will reset.
Restart.
4-man rush. Ray gets it away. Catch made. Posey inside the 5. There is a flag. Let's see if this will stand for DeVere Posey.
Well, this isn't a deep throw, but it's a 50-50 ball. And this is what the panel talked about. Let's see
illegal
what
contact. Calgary, number 56. Penalties declined. First down.
Penalty on Jameer Thurman. Man, Posey's over 100 in the game.
This is exactly what the panel talked about. The 50-50 ball. Ray's got to trust his receivers. Watch him step into this throw. It's a 50-50 ball because the coverage is tight there with Singleton coming inside out. Again, has to fit it into a small window. Posey takes the hit, gets it down inside the 5.
27-yard catch for DeVere Posey. Big start to the 2nd half for the Argos. Couple of yards away from where they want to be. So 2 for 3 in the red zone against Saskatchewan. They lead Ray in, and fakes to Coombs, and that pass doesn't get to Wilder. Would have been a touchdown.
Charleston Hughes made the play. Charleston Hughes widens just before snap and gets up the field and gets a piece of this, or it's a touchdown for Ricky Ray. Hughes is going to waggle out here and then come off the edge. When he does that, he just gets upfield enough. Here it comes, and he'll tip the ball right there. Knocks it down deep behind the line of scrimmage.
10-year veteran, and he has haunted Ricky Ray in his career. Tied for the all-time sack lead in Calgary. Fajardo hands it off. James Wilder to the goal line, and he's got the touchdown.
Boy, you earned that one.
Tough sledding, but Wilder breaks the plane.
James Wilder Jr. earned every inch here. He gets the lead block by Declan Cross, but has to fight through the entire front seven of the Stampeders to get there.
After what had to be a frustrating first half for James Wilder Jr., he caps the drive. 8 plays, 70 yards to open this second half. They're going to go for 2. 1 point would get them within a field goal of the lead, but
those points, since that extra point's been moved back in these conditions, is nowhere near a guarantee.
You're right.
This might be the higher percentage play.
Both kickers missed converts in the Grey Cup game last year. They'll take 2, and it's a 1-point game. And there is Declan Cross, that secret weapon. So suddenly it's 17-16. The best drive of the game for the Argos. Wilder the touchdown. Cross with 2 more. 17-16. James Wilder Jr. 4th touchdown in as many games. Argos had 4 first downs on the drive, only 3 in the entire first half. But when the Argos scored in the first half, the Stampeders responded. That ball muffed by Anthony Parker. Picks it up, and on the return brings it back across the 20. Again, it was an 8-play, 70-yard touchdown drive.
Yeah, the 4 first downs. Ray come out tossing it, got Declan Cross involved. They lined him up at tight end throughout that drive. Tight window and a good catch by DeVere Posey. Another one on the post route over the middle, and then James Wilder Jr. again, the lead block from Cross. 2-point convert to the McMaster product.
Ray 4 for 5 for 65 yards on that drive. So now from the Stampeder 22. Big to Messon. Here comes Heat. Victor Butler. As advertised, with a little heat to start the second half.
Yeah, you know, there was a discussion. Likely Mark Trestman didn't have to say anything at halftime. There's Victor Butler right in the middle of your screen. He's just going to beat his man to the football and to the quarterback.
Former Dallas Cowboy who had 8 sacks in the first 3 games of the year. Second and 10. Short drop. Wide side of the field. And Tavares Daniels has been the favorite target. And that's his 8th catch of the night.
Part of the reason for that, Chris, is that the way the Argos are playing on these second downs, second down and long, they're dropping off into the zones, and that leaves the wide receiver in a dead spot, a soft spot right by the sideline. And what Corey Chamberlain is hoping for is that Bo Levi Mitchell can accurately make that wide field throw in these conditions. And so far, Mitchell's getting it done.
Anthony Parker moves inside, handoff to the speedy Roy Finch. Second level for Finch and a first down run up around the 50-yard line.
Great blocks on that left side. Randy Richards and Shane Bergman. Bergman may be their best run blocker on that offensive line. There's double team there. You can see the down block by 59. Bergman right there, and then away goes Roy Finch. Now he's in the second level and into the secondary.
So consecutive first downs for Calgary at their 50. Take the pitch and come the other way for McDaniel. Cross midfield, and he'll have another first down at the Argo 50 before he gets pushed back.
Tell you what, Dave Dickinson right now has done his homework on this safety blitz by Jermaine Gabriel. Gabriel's come down a few times in the first half from the safety spot and come off the edge, but whatever edge he's coming from, the offensive play, whether it's a run to mess him or that throw, goes the opposite direction. They've seen they're somehow scouting this safety blitz, and they're one step ahead of it.
Messing back in. Fake to him. The sidearm throw. Mitchell almost caught the ricochet. Knocked down by Sean Lemon. So there's Lemon on this possession, making his first impact.
Sean Lemon told me this week a lot of Russians don't know what they're good at, and sometimes it's better to simplify. He says he's got 3 rushes coming into a game. He's got his go-to rush, he's got his counter when the tackle adjusts, and he's got his power rush against the run. Says, it's all I've used, and it changes every game, but he only needs 3.
Force Mitchell to go sidearm there, 2nd and 10. It's Breskus in the catch, and good second effort to get inside the 40, and that's enough for another Calgary first down.
Better footing for all the players on the field right now, because that was Breskusen digging in to try and get that extra 3 yards. He was held well short here. He's the middle receiver in this 3-receiver set. That's called trips. Good second effort.
It's like quads here to this short side, but they go the other way for Messam, and he gets tripped up by Terrence Plummer.
That's a numbers game. Put 4 out to the wide side of the field or to one side of the field and run the opposite way. See how many Argos go out to that bunch formation. Try and get Terrence Plummer isolated one-on-one on Messam.
8th play of the drive.
Pick 6 for Terrence Plummer in the Eastern Final against Saskatchewan.
Stamps at 50% on second down conversions. Mitchell's got time. He's going to take a shot. And the pass incomplete. Cassius Vaughn defensively against Kamar Jordan.
Jordan wants Dave
that's
Dickinson.
the signal.
He wants Dave Dickinson to challenge. That's the signal. You can't make a penalty flag motion. He's the inside receiver, Kamar Jordan, right here, and he's working on Cassius Vaughn. Remember, in game 2 in the regular season, these two teams played. Vaughn had a 115-yard interception return for a TD. Pretty good coverage there. Jordan felt it was too close.
This is interesting. The punt team has come on, but now a challenge. So Dave Dickinson wants them to take a look at it, and both teams will have used their challenges now here in this Grey Cup game. So Jordan thought he was interfered with in that battle against Cassius Vaughn. And after seeing the replay, the Calgary bench is in agreement.
Calgary is challenging that there is defensive pass interference on their receiver number 88. We'll review the play.
This is a close one. And remember, this challenge is a pass
review. After review, we have defensive pass interference, Toronto, number 26. The ball will be placed on the 6-yard line. It will be first down, Calgary.
So a successful challenge and a First and goal for Calgary at the 6.
I was going to say this is a pass interference challenge, so it's a point of foul penalty. Where the penalty occurred is where the ball will go to. That's okay. I don't think that's pass interference. They didn't call it, but at the end of it, Cassius Vaughn did not let Kamar Jordan lift his left arm up to the football. Watch his right arm barring the left arm from going up right there, and that's where the pass interference occurred. It was close, but Dave Dickinson wins the challenge.
So the challenges are done for the night. Second red zone for Calgary. First and goal from the 6. Quickly, the hands of Messam. Touchdown! Jerome Messam has his second touchdown of the game. And again, Calgary has answered an Argo touchdown with one of their own.
Well, Toronto was pretty sure that they were going to win that challenge. You saw Cassius Vaughn run out onto the field trying to get back and lined up. Now, he's not in coverage here. Messam's coming out to the right of your screen, and he just shoots the flat immediately. He's just trying to get leverage on Jermaine Gabriel's trying to cover him in a chase position. Doesn't get there.
Had a touchdown catch last year in the Grey Cup game. Did not have. Oh, did he step out before he broke the plane? It looked like simultaneous, and they are going to call it a touchdown.
All scores under review, so they won't signal in this extra point attempt until they double check that, but it looked like his foot was in bounds.
Well, they go for 1 this time. And Paredes puts it through. And it's an 8-point lead. What a drive by Calgary. 10 plays, 82 yards. And they lead by 8. So the snow easing off. The field was cleared, and the offenses have responded here in the second half. Both scoring touchdowns in the opening 10 minutes of the third quarter.
Plenty of antifreeze on Grey Cup week.
Jackson and Ford are back. Short kick by Paredes. Jackson all the way up around the 30, 35, 40. And he's put off contact. There is a flag as Martese Jackson nearly got loose. Paredes with the tackle beyond the 50-yard line.
Well, there was some big blocks there.
Be terrific field position, but it's coming back on that flag just inside the 40.
During the return, we have a legal block, Toronto, number 47. 10-yard penalty, first down, Toronto.
Terrence Plummer called on the play. Well, 1987, a receivers coach by the name of Mark Trestman was on the staff of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Their all-time leading receiver or running back was James Wilder Sr. His son in the game now playing for Mark Trestman. With more, Matthew Shinetti.
Presented to James Wilder Jr. to come to the CFL. James Wilder Sr. wasn't convinced, and then he found out that Mark Trestman was going to be his son's coach, and that changed everything because James Wilder Jr. hears a lot about his father, but when he hears Mark Trestman speak, he hears his father. What he hears is focus, commitment, execution. The same thing Senior tells his sons, the same thing Mark Trestman has been telling his son. He says, when I hear my father through Mark Trestman, it's so much more motivated. It's the reason why Mark Trestman went ahead and said, I have seen so much more maturity out of Wilder this season. But guys, keep in mind on the field right now, after that last series when he scored a touchdown, James Wilder Jr. did gesture to his left shoulder. Argo staff did look at it, and he appeared to be fine before he went on the field, guys.
Back in, has the football now after that 30-yard run by Green. A stiff arm and a couple by Wilder, who gets strung out there.
What a play, the previous play from S.J. Green. Let's take another look at it for you. He's going to win the, again, 50-50 ball thrown up. I believe it's Tommy Campbell. Now, Brandon Smith slides inside, and it's going to be Campbell in the zone over the top that tries to make the play on the ball again, and S.J. Green rips it out of there.
Second catch of the game for Green. 2nd and 9 Argos after the 1-yard run by Wilder.
This play change by Ricky Ray.
James Wilder Sr. attending festivities this week. Ray throwing a quarter route in. S.J. Green was bumped. The Argo bench erupts. Tunde Adeleke with contact on Green. And again, there won't be any more challenges in this 105th Grey Cup game.
Well, S.J. Green looked to the bench immediately because he felt like Adeleke got in his way in illegal contact. That's exactly what he did, but Mark Trestman does not have a challenge, as you mentioned.
But a miss by the officials, and the Argos have to punt.
Yeah, that's illegal contact, and that was a flat miss.
Oahu looks for the pin. Good boot. Finch is going to let it bounce down, and that's terrific. Inside the 5. Well, they're going to walk it back to the 8-yard line. But Hairolahu gets the job done on a 46-yard punt into the corner.
Jerome Messam from Brampton, Ontario, over 1,000 yards rushing in the regular season. They got him going again. He's got a nice 5.4-yard average. Good first half and a couple of touchdowns. And speaking of high school football coaches that influence these players on the field here, he said when he was at Notre Dame, Dario Preto, his high school coach, taught him how to be a man, almost a father figure for him, really helped him in his career, slingshotted him into his football career.
Here's Tavares Daniels, who's been the most prolific receiver on the night. You mentioned Notre Dame. Westerman's played there as well, so they had some formidable high school teams. Had the worst field position start of the night for Calgary, but they get a quick first down on a Mitchell throw to Daniels.
Well, he just threw around the rush there.
Dave Dickinson was talking to us about the arm positions that Bo Levi Mitchell is able to release from, comparing them favorably with Doug Flutie and Aaron Rodgers for that ability. There's Messam with a carry for 2 or 3 yards.
Tavares Daniels, your best players have to be your best players in the big games. And take a look at the Western Final from last year, 4 for 107. Last year's Grey Cup, just shy of 100 yards receiving in that one.
You know, a lot of players are encouraged to forget previous disappointments. Even this week he said, I'm not over last year. 2nd and 8 here from the 20. Mitchell throwing it out of the break. What a great timing throw, and a first down up at the 30. And it's Kamar Jordan with the catch.
Well, right now, Bo Levi Mitchell is throwing it to spots. He's so confident in Kamar Jordan and Tavares Daniels. He's just throwing it to spots. Kamar Jordan here is just going to go. Now the ball's in the air before he even breaks out to that side.
Trying to get back to that, but the Stamps go into no huddle again. Mitchell 237 second half passing yards last year in the Grey Cup game. Here comes the rush over the middle, incomplete. Intended for Jordan. Kadarius Ford was there, and Terrence Plummer was also in the neighborhood.
Well, that time Terrence Plummer was brought into that area because he was covering Jerome Messam. They were trying to cross, and that ball thrown right when Plummer had dropped Messam on the crossing road just a little higher than Jordan and had a chance at it. I mentioned he had a pick 6 last week. Almost won there.
Stamps have converted on their last 5 second down situations. 2nd and 10. Mitchell throwing short of the first down. The catch is made. Ford on the tackle. Forward progress is going to be, well, looks like 1.5 yards, 2 yards short.
Well, half the punt team went on for Calgary, and they're on their way back to the sideline. Dave Dickinson wants another look at this to see how close they are. It almost looks like 2.
It is, and now the punt team does come on.
Excellent decision this top point in the game with the lead in these conditions.
Minimum of 1.5 yards. Looks like almost a full 2. So Maber with Martiz, Jackson deep. Scoops it up, and now they have a lane, but a flag comes down, and Martiz Jackson reversing back inside the 45. Adam Tebow with the tackle, but that's the second time in a row that Jackson's had a decent return that will be coming back.
Well, there's Van Zyls. I don't know if he talked to official, that's some inside info or not, but he thinks it's going against Calgary. These are...
Yeah, the stamps are all going back around the 30, but the Argos a little hesitant.
These are often illegal blocks. Well, now they're huddling up the officials and maybe getting some info from the video official.
During the return, illegal block, Toronto, number 84. 10-yard penalty, first down, Toronto.
And that's Levi Noel. So back-to-back special teams penalties have really cost the Argos big chunks of real estate.
We'll take a look and see if we see it. Just feeling it right at the point of attack to the right of your screen.
Yeah, that's
one he didn't have to hit him, but looked like Jackson was past it, but it was in the back shoulder.
So they've lost 26 and 40 yards in the last two returns because of penalty. Ricky Ray underneath, James Robert Jr., Thurman, and Singleton. The linebackers meet up with him quickly and stop him at the 29-yard line on the final play of the third quarter. Defensive battle first half. The offenses move the football with a little more regularity in the third quarter. Both scoring touchdowns. And we're headed to the fourth. It's 24-16 Calgary.
Here's to the everyday things that end up being everything. Here's to all things simple, with casual clothing and footwear from Marks.
One-score game heading to the fourth quarter, and a little more offense to report after the third quarter.
Yeah, you know, and the difference so far has been that Calgary has found a response. When DeVere Posey went 100 yards, Calgary came in, put a drive together, scored to match it. When the Argos go 10 plays, 70 yards, the Calgary Stampeders come right back out, and they match it again, another Jerome Messam touchdown. So they're finding an answer when the Argos make a dent.
Still very much in the balance, though, especially when you've got a future Hall of Fame quarterback like Ricky Ray on the field. 2nd and 5 for the Argos, and a pass over the middle for S.J. Green that's incomplete. Argos will have to punt it away.
But you're right. Beautiful night in the nation's capital. Snow falling. One possession game going into the fourth quarter.
That's what we signed up for. Dramatics for both teams in the final 3 minutes last week in the respective finals. That ball kicked past Finch. He has to go back to scoop it up, and in trouble. He just hits the deck at the 35-yard line.
Sometimes you cut your losses. Good decision by Roy Finch. Special teams player of the year.
Levi Mitchell on the night has passed for 232 yards, and with that, he has moved into the top 10 all-time Grey Cup quarterback passing. And the guy he moved ahead, Warren Moon. So he has moved into elite company, to be sure. Big pitch to Messam. Comes back the other way. And it's Bruskeson who lost his footing. Tackled by Marcus Ball. at around the 38-yard line.
There's what you talked about earlier, Chris, is how good Bo Levi Mitchell is at throwing around the rush and just different launch areas. Here comes Sean Lemon off the edge, and he'll just lower his elbow a little bit and throw it just under his hand. He can see that. He does that on purpose. One of the drills he does in the regular season is to have a coach throw beanbags at him. Well, he makes his drop and throws around those beanbags, just rapid fire.
Second down. Argos jump, maybe a free play. Over the middle, incomplete. Jordan unable to make the catch. Looked like Dylan Wynn jumped ahead of the snap.
Dave Foxcroft listening to the video.
Offside, Toronto, number 98. 5-yard penalty, repeat, second down.
It is Wynn, rookie out of Oregon State, who had 2 sacks against Calgary this year.
Referee just waiting for the video official to confirm. Split second there in real time, and saw what you saw.
Makes it 2nd and 2. That's missing time. Oh, he's going to be close. Cleon Lang there to impede his progress, but it is enough for the first down. He just got to the 45.
Yeah, just reached across it. If he's 6 foot, not 6'3", he doesn't get it.
Big difference in first downs. And John Hufnagel, the president of the Stampeders, but still very much hands-on as he just stepped into the spotter's booth with running back coach Mark Mueller. A lot gets bounced off the boss in Calgary. Pitch to the outside. He gets there. Past Gabriel and caught by Rico Murray, but there is the breakaway speed. A flag is down, and looks like this one is coming back despite the argument from quarterback Mitchell.
Well, it looks like it is coming back. Mark Trestman told me yesterday that they have been up at night.
Holding Calgary, number 23. 10-yard penalty, repeat, first down.
That's William Longley, who's the tight end in that situation.
They've stayed up at night late trying to find a way to game plan against Roy Finch, both when he's on offense and in the special teams. Said he's such a weapon and so quick and changed direction on a dime. He did it there. Unfortunately for Finch, this one came back due to penalty.
Just 4 rushes in the Western Final, but 81 yards and a touchdown. That run called back 24 yards, and instead it's 1st and 20. Close snap. Over the middle, incomplete. Bear Woods got a shot in on Damaris Daniels.
That took a big play, that holding. Let's show you again. It was close, but Longley gets his hands on the outside of the frame. If you're going to block out in the open field, you got to keep your hands inside on the numbers, just to the left of your screen here. Now, if you follow 23, you'll see him again right here. Now, stop it there. See, he's got his left hand on the outside of the shoulder pad of Rico Murray. That's where the officials can see it. It wasn't a lot, but it was on the outside. See the outside hand, his left hand? Just enough to draw the penalty flag.
2nd and 20. 5 receivers out. Has some time, but no open man. Now he finds one. And the tackle made up at the 50. It'll be short of the first down. And they'll have to kick it away after a 15-yard gain. I think Mitchell talking to Longley probably about the penalty on the previous play.
Absolutely. Just reminding Longley that every play matters.
Armonte Edwards back around the Argo 15-yard line. Argos showing pressure, have not had a block this year. And Edwards fields this, a 44-yard punt. Top defensive player in the league and best kid brother. With more on that, here again is Sarah.
Well, Chris, Alex Singleton is one of 4 kids, but perhaps his biggest fan is his older sister, Ashley. Ashley has Down syndrome and lives with their family in California, and she tries to never miss a game of Alex's. She told me her favorite thing about watching Alex play when she gets the chance is watching him tackle, and she keeps track of all of them throughout the game. In fact, during the regular season, she would update him as to how he was doing in relation to other players in the league when it came to defensive tackles. She said that more than anything, she wants to see them lift the Grey Cup, and that's exactly what he wants too. He said he was so disappointed last year having to go out and see her after their loss against Ottawa. She was in tears, and he knows that this year it would mean so much to her, as well as obviously all the players on the Stampeders, if they were able to win the Grey Cup this time around.
Tom Kim on the left and Steve on the right, and she can count another tackle there as Singleton in on the stop of James Wilder Jr. But a first down. There was an illegal participation penalty against Patrick Levels, which helped enhance the field position for the Argos, now up beyond the 40. What a terrific feature that was by Dave Naylor on Ashley and Alex. Big to Singleton, or big to Wilder, and a big hit from Garrett Davis on Ricky Ray.
Heartwarming story of Alex Singleton and his sister Ashley in our pregame show leading up to the Grey Cup game. And when he said, I mean, you had to get emotional when the young linebacker said, I have 2 dreams and they're together. One is to play pro football, which I'm getting the opportunity to play, and the other is to, when I can buy my own horse, make sure my sister comes and lives with me so I can take care of her. Great stuff from Alex Singleton.
Like Argos are changing this play call. Got to get it off, and they do. 2nd and 10. And a quick hitter caught by Posey, but he'll be short of the first down and stacked up there around the 50, which will be at least 3 yards short.
Short of the first down, but digging into a little bit of field position. A decent punt here from the Argos, and they start to slant the field a little bit in their favor. Now, the one guy who might have something to say about that is number 14, who has been close to some big plays and had a play on offense brought back due to penalty.
Well, he hasn't dropped very deep here, but the wind must be a factor. Fitch has dropped it. That ball is up for grabs, and who has got it? It's still loose down there. Well, they've whistled it down, but it looked like it was still loose at the bottom of that pile.
One of the reasons that Roy Finch is such a great returner is that he attacks the ball in the air, but it has a downside.
Well, Singleton's got the football.
Listen, what are you guys looking for? It's right over here.
They're still fighting for it. Unless he's got another football, because now they're waving it's Calgary ball. That was good strategy by Singleton. I think he just grabbed another ball from the ball boy. And Ciante Evans was shaken up at the end of the play. A 30-yard punt. Bowley by Mitchell. Punts once, punts twice. It goes deep. Markin Michelle got it in behind Kwasi Owusu-Ansah. First catch of the game for the top rookie in the West.
And Owusu-Ansah was in good position on the Western finalist for Rookie of the Year. It's just a go route. Nothing fancy about it. And in that press position, Owusu-Ansah right there in the hip pocket of Markin Michelle. And that ball thrown perfectly. 50-yard gain versus Calgary Stampeders.
Mitchell over 300 yards with that completion that flips the field.
Yep.
And Messam wanted a timeout. Something was wrong there. And Messam called
timeout. Calgary.
That's interesting because he saw an issue with the formation that Bo Levi Mitchell did not see.
They have too many on the field because somebody's just left the field, and I'm not sure if anybody came on. So they get to reset midway through this fourth quarter of play. Argos trying to keep this a one-score game. First and 10, sliding out of the backfield and losing his footing. Catch by McDaniel. Ford there to tag him, and a short gain as McDaniel slipped as he caught the football.
Important for Corey Chamberlain to get this stop on second down, but right now Calgary is in field goal range. It's not a gimme by any stretch of the imagination, but it can push it to 2 possessions. Corey Chamberlain dial up a blitz here, or is he going to drop off?
Cote lines up in a tight end spot. Here comes the heat. Mitchell stands in and overthrows Daniels. Flag comes down. It's a pass interference call. Owusu-Ansah, this time on Daniels.
Big first half for Davaris Daniels. Let's take a look in the one-on-one. This time Owusu-Ansah will drop off, takes the inside, but
illegal
the outside
contact.
move and an inside turn.
Number 6, 10-yard penalty, first down, Calgary.
Got that one upside down. Number 9. Number 6 was Marcus Ball, who was playing safety. He didn't make contact.
He argued the call, so they decided to.
Oh, okay.
We'll flag you, but we know it was Owusu-Ansah. Gives Calgary the first down. Thought that might have turned into pass interference to the intended target, but just a 10-yard penalty. Messam right side. And he's driven down. Cleon Lang puts an abrupt stop to that.
Well, Terrence Plummer looked like he hogtied him. He was roping a calf or something. In this case, a bull. Watch 47. Right here. Run, steps up, beats his man, gets him down low, and now bring him down in time.
Third red zone appearance for the Stampeders. And a couple of touchdowns for Jerome Messam on the night.
Big play here. Massive play.
Here comes Bear Woods on the blitz. Quickly out of the hands of Mitchell. Caught by Daniels again. And Davaris Daniels has his 10th catch of the night.
Bo Levi Mitchell understands the importance of that play right there. Now that puts them on the doorstep. They finish this drive, and now they've got all the momentum with time running out. They settle for a field goal. The Argos feel like it's a victory after that 50-yarder to Mark and Michelle, and they're still in it. They know what it feels like, these Calgary Stampeders, to be close and watch it slip through their fingers.
First and goal from the 8 with McDaniel on the move. 4 receivers to the near side. Fake to Messam. Look out. Jordan bounced off first contact. And then fumbles the football. It's picked up. Cash's Bond's got it. Only Mitchell to stop him. And Cash's Bond racing down the field. Maybe one man left to catch him. But a convoy and a block. And it's an Argo touchdown. He had a 115-yarder against Calgary earlier this year on an interception. This a fumble recovery and over 100 yards.
You're a young minor football player watching this game tonight. Just remember, just keep playing hard no matter what. You never know. That ball is out before the knee touches. And while it looked like Calgary was going to get in the end zone, make it a 2-possession game with time running out, it all just completely changed. They're reviewing the turnover right now to make sure that the knee had not touched before the ball bounced out of there, but it looked like to me it was loose.
Clearly looks like that ball is out before the knee touches down.
Hand does not count, and it looks like a fumble.
And now the Argos can go for 2 to tie it. Is it Cleon Lang that punched it out? Looks like it's out. That's out. So the Argos line up for 2. And unbelievably a chance to tie it. They reset with 3 receivers bunched to the far side. Ray in trouble, ducks away, gets it away. Declan Cross, tie game after the 109-yard fumble return touchdown. And Declan Cross with the 2-point convert. Well, we've had the longest pass play in Grey Cup history. We've now had the longest fumble return in Grey Cup history. A 109-yarder for Cassius Vaughn, still catching his breath. And now we might be breathless for the final 4:15.
Hustle play by Cleon Lang.
Mark and Michelle fumbles the football. He'll pick it up though. And Michelle brought down short of the 30-yard line. First turnover of the game on this fumble by Kamar Jordan.
Cleon Lang is a defensive tackle on the opposite side of the field of the fumble. Now let's follow him and watch. And this is what I'm talking about to young football players. Watch this. There he goes. He keeps hustling over there. He's not sure. Keep hustling. Gets involved. Makes the hit. Pops it out of there. And Cassius Vaughn takes it 100 plus.
For the Stampeders, who have led most of the way, it looked like they were in position. The Jackie Parker fumble recovery, one of the most iconic plays in Grey Cup history. And if the Argos win this, Cassius Vaughn will be talked about forever. Mitchell from his knees, and he made the play. How did he get that away? And he found Tavares Daniels again.
Well, he wants to win. He is willing this Calgary Stampeder team, doing everything he possibly can. Cleon Lang got there again. Hustling upfield. As Mitchell's going down, he finds his receiver.
So avoids the sack, produces a first down. Up at the 39. Mitchell's feeling it, but nobody there that time. He went deep, and both Daniels and Kamar Jordan had pulled up. Well, you see that condo, part of the new development here in the Red Blacks TD Place Stadium, and the Grey Cup has the best view around. Look at that.
Cup is watching the final 3 minutes and will make its way down to field level shortly. Who are the Mounties going to hand it to?
That's very much up for debate. 2nd and 10. Pressure. Mitchell dumps it off. Messon took a look. He saw Ford and dropped the ball. And Sean Lemon, who is one of the best trash talkers in the league, has a word for Bo Levi Mitchell.
Welcome back to TD Place, where it is tied 24-24. We are under 3 minutes, and on the Argos sidelines, you can imagine there is so much more energy now. If that Cassius Vaughn fumble recovery for a touchdown, S.J. Green is going to every single Argo. This is it. This is our time. Now over the Stampeder sidelines, here's Sarah Oleski.
Well, you can imagine, Matt, that there's a little bit of frustration here on this Argos sideline, but on the Stampeder sideline, after the Argos tied it up with that 2-point conversion, Bo Levi Mitchell walked down the bench and spoke to every group of players saying, I know this sucks, but come on, we've got this. We'll see how they do in these final couple of minutes.
Calgary with an edge in yardage, 358 to 256, but dead even where it matters. And now the Argos with the football on the return. Monty Edwards got cranked just short of the 40. Remember a week ago, Eastern Final?
Oh, yeah.
At that point, the Argos were down, and Ricky Ray engineered the drive. 10 plays, 68 yards for a clinching touchdown. It's in the hands of a future Hall of Famer right now. Argos start at their own 39. 4-man rush. Kabir Posey, another catch, gets loose, gets into Calgary territory, and a first down Toronto at the 50 of Calgary.
42 times in his career he's come from behind in the final drive to win for Ricky Ray, and he's making it happen. Sliding outside the pocket. Posey sits down on the curl route, makes one man miss for a big gain.
Said in the last couple of years he couldn't throw over 30 yards because of the shoulder issues he had. Posey with 20 on that catch.
Deontay Evans was hurt on the special teams play, and Patrick Levels is playing the corner. He missed that last tackle.
Tommy Campbell shoots to the boundary corner spot. Play action fake, and they screen, and Wilder was hit by Jameer Thurman as soon as the ball arrived. Great timing play by a guy who's been as good on defense today as anybody in the game.
Yeah, one of the best players on the field in this game tonight. Jameer Thurman. He's young. Long career ahead of him. Another big play, sniffs up the screen.
8 tackles, a sack, and knockdown for Thurman, who was number 3 on the depth chart when the season started. But because of injury, got a chance and made the most of it. 2nd and 10. Ray steps up, throws underneath. S.J. Green, first down. Green gets it to the 40. The Argos have a fresh set of downs.
Watching Liram Hajrullahu in warm-ups and how he was testing what his range was. It was around 50, so they're inside of that now. And as Ricky Ray steps up here, he puts this on S.J. Green. Didn't float it and try and aim it.
Hajrullahu told us yesterday, though, the wind coming out of the corner just on one side of the condo across the field is a bit of an issue here. Trigger in to kick a field goal. Argos looking for much better field position than they have. Fake to Wilder. There's Cross. He's got 7 or 8 more. Contact made by Brandon Smith, but Declan Cross sets up 2nd and short. And here comes what they're playing for.
Well, I get shivers every time I see it. Make the walk to the stadium. Ricky Ray now wants to grind down this clock and finish it with a field goal attempt.
Timeout, Calgary.
Always remember Ryan Thelwell played with the Calgary Stampeders and BC Lions, saying that when the Mounties march the Grey Cup in, the whole atmosphere changes on the bench. It sends that ripple of adrenaline through everybody. And it doesn't often get marched in this late with the game tied. Mounties making that walk.
S.J. Green's trying to get Ricky Ray and the rest of the offensive personnel out there because the official blew it in. They want to make sure they get this play call and get it right. Couple more first downs can grind this clock.
2 goals. Argos want to score points and want to keep it out of the hands of Bo Levi Mitchell and Devon Claybrooks, trying to find a way to get it back.
And a rip at the football if you're a Calgary Stampeder defender.
Ray, sideline pattern. Got another catch for DeFeer Posey. Another Argo first down, and Posey has 7 catches in the game and turning into his best game in the Canadian Football League.
Well, and when Mark Trestman made that call to Ricky Ray when he was hired back in late February, and he said to everyone in the press conference, he's my guy, before they even went to camp. He trusted the veteran in Ricky Ray, and he put it in his hands in that key 2nd down play. Great throw.
There's the architect.
Yep.
The last to really get started this year. Trying to be the last team standing. James Wilder Jr. And not much there again for him in this game.
Right now for Calgary. Trying to get it to the middle. They'll try and work the clock. The Argos and Dave Dickinson.
Anthony Coombs checks in. One more first down. And a field goal would just about do it.
Ray will use all 12 seconds.
Stamps need the stop here. Take the end around. The pass dropped, intended for Wilder.
Jagarrett Davis, Chris, comes off the edge here. And like Charleston Hughes early in the game, he just gets a piece of this football.
So Calgary's going to get it back.
This play puts pressure on Hairolahu. And get another first down, as you mentioned. That might be enough, and it gets it closer. So it is a chip shot, even in these conditions. That play by Jagarrett Davis gives him a chance.
Hairolahu said University was once called the most hated man in Ottawa. Beat Brad Sinopoli and the GGs with a big last-second field goal. This for the lead, and it is up and good. And it's an Argo 3-point lead with 49 seconds remaining.
49 seconds is time. 49 seconds is time.
First lead of the night off the toe of the former Western Mustang on a weekend where the Vanier Cup went Western's way.
Cody Fajardo, the backup quarterback and short yardage quarterback. The holder puts it down nicely. Hairolahu nails it.
And again, just a few minutes ago, it looked like the Calgary Stampeders were about to take a 2-score lead.
Chris Tavares Daniels has been the #1 target for those deep balls, and Kamar Jordan's got him behind coverage too. Bo Levi Mitchell needs a big chunk. Mark Trestman will kick it away, I'm sure, from Roy Finch on this kick return.
Anthony Parker, the other man deep. We have got our money's worth tonight, haven't we? And you get the feeling there's a lot more still to come. So the squib kick rolling down around the 30. It'll be taken by one of the up end. And it's James Waters who gets it out beyond the 40-yard line. So better field position than Bo Levi Mitchell might have anticipated, and lots of time.
The squib kick, the strategy there is normal conditions. That ball skips and gets deep, even though it's kicked along the ground. It's a good strategy, usually in these situations, to take as much time off the clock as possible. But with this much snow on the ground, it really stopped the ball, and Mitchell does have good field position.
Well, he needs just over 25 yards here to get into possible range. He's got a man open, and it complete. Kamar Jordan looked like he had the football, and that would have been field goal range.
But it shows you that it's not over. Kamar Jordan, back shoulder throw. The ball's put right where Levi Mitchell wanted it, because it was away from Rico Murray and giving only Kamar Jordan a chance, and he just flat drops it.
And it's suddenly become a nightmarish fourth quarter for him. 2nd and 10 from the 43. 5 receivers out. Mitchell going deep again, and this time the catch is made, and it is Kamar Jordan.
Right back to him.
Redemption, the theme for Calgary, and a little redemption for Kamar Jordan.
And Mitchell's thinking bigger than tying it. 36-yarder for Kamar Jordan.
And what would, as it stands, be a 37-yard field goal attempt. But again, Bo's thinking about more than that. Pressure coming, and the pass caught. Good sure hands for Markway McDaniel. And pass forward.
We're one-on-one there on Rico Murray and Kamar Jordan. Mentally tough to get rid of the drop and come back on the very next play and make a spectacular catch.
Clutch catch, over 105 catches, 110 yards. Paredes getting ready. 2nd and 5. Mitchell gunning end zone. Markin Michelle. It's intercepted. Picked off. Matt Black has the football. One of 4 Argos on the 2012 champions. He was cut earlier this year, but brought back, and he makes one of the biggest plays of this 105th Grey Cup. There is a flag. Had they whistled the play dead?
After the interception, we have illegal participation, Toronto. 10-yard penalty, 1st down, Toronto.
I don't think the play was over, and the whole bench erupted to mob Matt Black.
Calgary fans are going to wonder about the call or the decision to go deep when you're in field goal range to tie it. Bully Von Mitchell wanted to go after this win and goes to the well once too many times. Matt Black with the big play and the interception.
9-year veteran, one of the leaders. And Mitchell, who threw 3 interceptions last year in this game, throws his first at the worst possible time. And now the Argos can go into victory formation. One more snap. And the 2017 Grey Cup game goes to Ricky Ray and the Toronto Argonauts. The 105th Grey Cup is double blue. You heard Mark Trestman prior to the game address his team and say, finish the story. What a remarkable story it was here today.
And back-to-back years, disappointment for the Calgary Stampeders. And again, decisions at the end of the game will come back to haunt them.
Let's head to the field of the celebrations. Matthew Schnetti's with Ricky Ray.
Well, Ricky, maybe this victory mirrors a lot of what you went through this season. Take us through your emotions now. You're a Grey Cup champion as a starter for the 4th time.
Just unbelievable, man. This is so awesome. Man, just our team, man. Just so much fight in our team. I just had a good feeling all week. I mean, we just put in all the work. Guys just believed in each other, and we were able to do it tonight.
Ricky, I've watched you the last couple of years struggle through a lot of things, whether it's been on the field or off the field. For you personally, though, where does this moment rank for you after everything you've gone through?
Oh, man, this is the highest it could ever be right now. Just unbelievable. I just love this team. Everything that we went through this year. I mean, Calgary's an awesome team. They played awesome tonight. We just got it done. I just love it, man.
And the contributions for someone like DeVere Posey to come out, he has that 100-yard reception, and then to make some key catches in the second half. You had guys come in and contributors all throughout the game.
Yeah, I mean, DeVere just, big catch that got us going. Huge play. A couple other big catches along the way. And, at halftime, we just said we needed to go out there and just execute offensively. And we were able to do that on a few drives in the second half.
And Ricky, I have to ask you very quickly, is this the perfect way to end a career after everything you've been through?
Man, I don't know. It'd be a great way to go, but I'm going to just enjoy this one right now with my teammates.
Thanks, Ricky.
Thank you.
Now to Sarah with Matt Black.
Thank you so much. Matt, for you with everything, get the turnaround that this season has been for this team, for you personally. At least you come back to get the interception, to seal the deal. Man. What does this mean to you?
This isn't about me. This is about this team. Everybody on this team has made plays when we needed to. That's evident tonight. Cash sealed the deal for us and made us, got that ball, took it back 100 yards, and I'm so happy for this team. This is everything we talked about this day one training camp, and this means a lot. This team has a lot of backbone. I love you, brother, and I'm so excited for us.
How would you describe the last couple of minutes on the sideline?
Focused. We've been locked in, dialed in every game, and that's what Coach Chaim has talked to us. He's done such a good job of being consistent all year. So is Coach Tressman, and it showed in our play today. And I'm so happy for all the boys on this team because we all fought so hard for this, and this is what we talked about, and we did it.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Let's go back to Matthew Shinetti.
Thank you, sir. Just getting DeVere, Posey DeVere. I did whisper in your ear towards the end of the first half that you did get that record. You get the record. You get the Grey Cup. How does it feel?
First of all, I want to give glory to God, our Lord and Savior. Without him, nobody would be on this field. He brought these special men together. Every man in this locker room has been through adversity in their life. Mark Tressman just got fired. All the way down, they let Bear Woods go. They let S.J. Green go, man. We came together. We loved each other. We chose love all year. We had bad losses. Tressman came in and loved on us. He never ripped us, and love prevails. Love always wins, man.
Take us into the locker room in the second half. Take us on the sidelines in the third quarter when you guys had to come back.
I'll be honest, we changed our shoes. We put on some short studs. We came out and we wanted to win, man. Danny Webb did it. Our equipment manager made the change for us. It's too great.
Talking about Ricky Ray, talking about S.J. Green, these are two guys. You called him the legend that is Ricky Ray. You said S.J. Green's been your mentor all season. How key were they for you in preparation for this game?
Add this to their resume, man. First ballot. They're legends. They're Hall of Famers. All I can do from them is learn. Most importantly, I can learn how to be a better father and a better husband. Because they're better at that than they are players, man. And I love those guys for that.
Thanks for this, DeVere. No problem, Mike.
All three of those interviews you heard Mark Tressman influence, and it is about family, it's about character, it's about team, and we've known this guy since 2002, and I don't think we've heard more emotion from Ricky Ray than we heard in that interview. They weren't going to be denied, and they have authored one of the most remarkable scripts in Grey Cup history.
Jim Pott brought in those key players, the Bear Woods, the S.J. Greens, the guys that are going to build the character in the room. Mark Tressman empowered his quarterback right out of the gate before he saw him in training camp. And in that first telephone conversation from Mark Tressman to Ricky Ray, he got the commitment he wanted, that Ray wanted to continue with his career and get after it again. And without seeing him in camp, he said, let's have another discussion in training camp as to you leading the team. In other words, involving him in the decision because of the respect he has for the guy who's thrown for over 60,000 yards in his career.
Larry Tannenbaum, owner of the team, celebrating a championship. And what a proud night for him. And how does Toronto not fall in love with this football team? Matthew Shinetti's with S.J. Green.
Well, just give us a second, Chris, because Mark Tressman is alongside S.J. Green. These guys have won 2 Grey Cups together with the Alouettes. Now they're Grey Cup champions with the Toronto Argonauts. S.J., Come on, I asked you earlier this week what you were doing exactly a year ago, and you told me you weren't watching football and you were frying turkeys. Yep. Well, now you're a Grey Cup champion for the 3rd time. Take us through the emotions of the sidelines in the second half and maybe some words of wisdom, because you were talking to players all throughout the second half, just whispering in their ears, guys liked of your opposing.
We just had to stay in it, man. You know, we had ups and downs and adversity, and guys fought, man. Guys fought to the end, and Kansas had that long return. He gave our sideline life, and we found a way to get the job done, man. I just can't be more proud of my teammates right now.
Adversity is really a way you can describe the Argos in many ways. Ricky Ray and the shoulder injuries he dealt with, your knee injury, what this team dealt with all together throughout the season. Take us through the character of this team and how it progressed to this point in the season to become Grey Cup champions.
I think that fourth quarter defines the character of this team. Nobody in this country gave us a chance to win this game. Not many people gave us a chance, but we found a way to pull it out, man. This team has backbone, and the season developed that backbone. And this is just a moment that we were able to put it on tape and display it to the world. And
you and Bear Woods have spoken about being alongside Mark Treshman and coming back. When were you convinced this season that this team could be a Grey Cup champion?
We were convinced from day one. When we started minicamp at IMG down in Florida, we set our vision. I told you earlier, we set our vision, and this was our vision, and we're here.
Congratulations, SJ.
Thank you.
CZ.
Celebration on, and that character has been stressed from the start. That's one of the key components for Jim Popp when he put this team together. Again, they were the last to get started. Coach and GM weren't in place till the end of February. Everybody else had already done their shopping spree during free agency.
Well, and it's not just the big stars that made the difference. You heard every single player so far from Toronto talk about family, talk about team, talk about Tressman bringing them together. How about Declan Cross and his contribution? Targeted 5 times. He had 5 catches for 36 yards. He had a 2-point cover. I mean, contributing as a blocker. The tight end, the McMaster product, stepping in. Matt Black with the final pick. Cassius Vaughn with the huge fumble return. That was a play made by Cleon Lang, who hustled from the defensive tackle spot to get all the way to the numbers, almost to the sideline, to create that fumble. I mean, that's how you win championships, when every single player chips in and contributes.
43rd career game-winning drive for Ricky Ray. It's the 3rd largest ever fourth quarter deficit overcome to win a Grey Cup, as the Argos score the final 11 points in the game to win it. 27-24. Time now for the award presentations.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2017 Grey Cup Awards and Trophy presentation. To present the award for the most outstanding player of the 105th Grey Cup, the president and CEO of Shaw Communications, Brad Shaw, and your host, James Duthie.
All right, thank you. First of all, thank you and congratulations to the city of Ottawa, the Ottawa Red Blacks, and all of you for putting on a spectacular Grey Cup week. First, the most outstanding Canadian of the Grey Cup, that is Jerome Messam of the Calgary Stampeders. You'll hear from Jerome later on TSN. The most valuable player of the 105th Grey Cup game, Devere Posey of the Toronto Argonauts.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
7 receptions, 175 yards, and a Grey Cup record 100-yard touchdown. What does this mean to you?
First off, I want to give thanks to Lord, to our Lord and Savior. Without him, I wouldn't be here. I mean, he constructed this locker room. He put these great men next to each other, these great fathers, these great husbands, these hard workers. Everyone in our locker room has been through adversity, and we battled. If y'all can't tell by our record, we're fighters. We love each other, and this ain't mine, man. I'm doing this for my boys, man. I love these dudes.
And also for your mother. Devere, as a child, you had an immune deficiency disorder, which put your entire future at risk, not just a future in football. Your mom is going through something similar. I know she's here. What did it mean to have that kind of performance and get a ring with her in the building?
I mean, it means everything. I mean, I haven't really digested all yet. You asked me about a lifetime of adversity. I don't know, man. I mean, we'll see. Maybe tomorrow I can give you an answer.
Congratulations. The MVP of the Grey Cup game. And now, as the Argos storm the stage, the presentation of the Grey Cup. His last official duty of the week in his first year as the commissioner of the Canadian Football League, Randy Ambrosie. Randy, present the Grey Cup.
Sorry, say it again. Okay. Well, I'd first like to congratulate the Calgary Stampeders on another great season and contributing to what is going to be considered one of the next in the line of great Grey Cup classics. And now it's my pleasure, on behalf of the Canadian Football League, our Board of Governors, to present the 105th Grey Cup presented by Shaw to I'll start with Larry Tannenbaum and to George Cope, to Dale Lastman, to Jim Pop, to Coach Mark Tressman, to all the coaches and players. And it is now my honor and my privilege to present the trophy to this year's Grey Cup champions, the Toronto Argonauts.